Hello children, welcome to my YouTube channel wherein I teach financial accounting for grade 11, and I have been covering chapters from the beginning of the academic year, and I come here for now special purpose books. Earlier to this I have done cash book, posting of transactions in journal, and also posting of transactions in ledger. Now here I'm going to cover up what are special purpose books. They are purpose books are cash book. I will tell you what each of these stand for. Then you have purchase book. The purpose of all this is, first, the transactions are recorded in this from the voucher or the bill invoice, and then it is posted to journal and then ledger. So these are journal books. Okay, these are special purpose books. Then we have purchase book. Then we have purchase return book, and then similarly we have sales book and sales return book, and finally we have journal proper. Now the purpose of each of these books. Cash books are mainly, it's only and only exclusively to record your cash transactions. Okay, now cash books are of two kinds: simple column cash book and double column cash book. So single column, I'll tell you the purpose, and double column. Single column has only cash transaction, whereas double column has cash plus bank transactions are recorded in this. Okay, and then purchase book deals with all the purchases which are all the purchases are recorded in the purchase book, and then there is all the purchase return book has all the purchase returns, because when we buy goods there may be some discrepancy in the item, there may be some difference in the prices. They may have whatever we had ordered, they would have sent more than what is required or less than, so different specifications. So many reasons why purchase return happens. So purchase return book is there, okay, which all the purchase returns are entered. Similarly, the sales book, all the sales what we make is entered in the sales book first. And sales return book, the moment an accountant sees, will get to know the name of the parties, the transactions, what all from where all we have purchased, to whom all we have sold. To whom all we have sold. And sales return, similarly, as it is for purchase return, so is the reason for sales return as well. Now we come to journal proper. Journal proper is a special kind of book. 1 minute. Journal proper is a special kind of book in that all there are these not regular kind of transactions are recorded in this. For example, any adjustment entries which are made is recorded. Any rectification entries, I'll write it for you. Any adjustment entries, any rectification entries, any transfers, any item. So as I told you, I'll be doing today cash book with double column. That's the specification. That's why I've taken this class. In next class, I'll be showing you petty cash book, which I explained you earlier. Now, on the right hand side, you can see I have got a transaction for a month. So let's say it's in the books of ABC. Okay, in the books of ABC, all these transactions are here. So when you're doing your cash book, this is for the month, right? You can see for the month of September. So you can say in the books of ABC for the month of, I will just mention, usually it's for the year ended. So right now I'm saying for the month of September 2005. Okay, now cash book double column. As usual, we have this debit side and this side is credit side. We start with date, particular, ledger folio, cash, bank. Then again you have date, particular, ledger folio. Then you have cash, bank. Now these are, these are rupees. Okay, so this is rupees, this is again rupees, and this is rupees. Cash and bank both are in rupees. So I'll just write like this. Amount in rupees, and I'll write here amount in rupees. Okay, so I begin. This is how your cash book will look like. So let me just, and also guys, one more thing I want to say, that debit column and credit column, I'm going to segregate it with a line here, so you know that my debit finishes here. I start. Okay, now September 1st 2005, so this is 2005, this also 2005, September 1st, September, so I will say bank balance, that is the opening bank balance. Okay, so September 01, I will say balance brought down from earlier month, right? Balance brought down from earlier month is bank is 42,000 and cash is 15,000. On the right hand side you can see the transaction list. This I have done, this I have done. Next is purchase goods by check. Remember guys, the rule I have told you, debit what comes in. So when money would come in, you would debit it, and credit what goes out. So when money goes out, that means when you're going to spend it, you're going to credit the cash book. So the second is purchase goods. ABC may be dealing with textiles, stationery, or electrical, automobiles, whatever. So those are his goods. So his purchase goods, we take it as normal because it's a recurring expense, is happening all the time. So purchase goods by check. Keep in mind, by check 12,000 rupees. So I will say September 4th, purchase good by check. So I will say purchases 12,000. And the next is sale of goods for cash. Again sold, that means cash is coming in on 8th. So I'll write here 8th and I will write here sales cash. So 6,000 under cash column, and then it finishes. And then purchase, I'm not doing the double entry for the sales book and sales ledger and purchases ledger because I'm focusing on double column cash book in this class. Next class I'll take petty cash book as I told you. So purchased machinery by check. So again he's purchased by, it's machinery. Machinery is your asset, so it will go under machinery account. So I would say on 13th he says machinery he has bought for 5,500, 5,500, and then followed by September 16th sold goods and received check. September 16th he sold goods and received check. That means, and deposit on the same day he's received money. Money is coming in. So on 16th I will again say sales 4,500 under bank. 4,500 under bank. This is done. On September 17th, purchased goods from Briola in cash. Okay, he bought goods for cash. That means he is paid. So on 17th, I will say purchases. How much is the amount? 17,400. So 17,400. Okay, but then this is in cash. So I will enter it under cash column. 17,400. See here, cash. Then September 20th, purchase stationery by cash. So we paid check. On 20th, it will go under stationery head. 1,100, that's check. So it will go here, 1,100. This is done. Then check given to Rohit. That means money is again going out. On 24th, he is given to Rohit. So Rohit account head. Rohit 1,500. Check. Okay. This is done. Then next is cash withdrawn from bank. Okay, here I want to tell you. Cash is withdrawn from bank. That means what he has done. He has taken out cash. It's like when you take out cash from your left pocket and you put it in right pocket, or you have a cash in your purse, you take that cash and put it in your pocket. So similarly, I have here cash, and I'm just explaining you here, and I have bank here. So what he has done, he has withdrawn cash from bank. So from bank, he has withdrawn cash. Okay, it's ABC's only, ABC's bank, ABC's cash, but then he wanted cash. So he's withdrawn from bank. That means the amount is 10,000. So when money is coming to cash. What should I do? Same rule applies. I will debit this because money comes in, so cash is getting increased. So I will debit this, and who is paying? Bank is giving, so I will credit bank. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So I'm going to debit cash here. On 16th is done. On 27th. So on 27th I will do cash withdrawn from bank. I'm going to debit cash with 10,000. Guys, this is called contra entry. Okay. So I'm going to debit cash. Money is coming in, 10,000. And what do I write here? Because it's cash column, I don't write here cash. I will write bank. So here is bank. Okay. It's a contra. You have to write C. Similarly, you have done for debit. You must make an entry or pass an entry for credit as well. You remember? But this is going to affect your cash book only. So I'm going to make an entry here on the credit side. 27th amount bank is giving. So I'm going to credit bank with 10,000. And what am I going to write here? I will write here cash because bank is paying to cash. Now this is again contra entry. Got it? This is very crucial. This is the reason why I took this separately. So this is called contra entry. This is how you deal, and this will come. Always this entry would be there in your cash book. So this is taken care of. Now we move to the next one. Next one is rent paid by check on September 30th. So 30th rent paid. So I'll write here rent account by check is 2,500. And again on September 30th we have salary. I have paid in salary. He has paid 3,000. Now second point to be noted, it says salary paid, but he has not told cash or check. So when they don't mention it is cash or it is check, you should always take it as cash. If it is check, they would specify. Otherwise, if no, you take it as cash. So salary is 3,500, 3,500. Alright, now I will balance it. So let me just balance this here. I will use this column. I would erase it, okay, since you have understood. Okay, now let me total this up. And this side. Now when you see which side has more amount, you should total that first. So I see this side has 10, 20, 31,000 and bank is 46,500. So I would write it here 31,000. Definitely my credit side is less, so that's why I've taken the debit total first, and this is 46,500. Guys, be ready with your calculator. Let's total how much is the amount balance. So I'll say 31,000 minus 17,400 minus 3,500 gives me 10,100. Okay, so this is 10,100. And what you write, last day 30th September, you will say balance carried down 10,000. The other side I will see 46,500 minus 12,000 minus 6,600 minus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,000 minus, I will again do 46,500 minus 12,000, 5,500, 2,600, 12,500. I get 13,900. Perfect. So 13,900 is the balance carried down, which will be the first day opening of the next month. So on October 1st, it will be balance brought down with this amount, that is 10,000 and 13,900. Okay guys, so this is what is your cash book about. I just want to show you this here. You can see, you can clearly see this balance is brought down for the next month beginning, and this balance is brought down at the end. That means cash closing and bank closing of the previous month becomes opening for the next month. Okay guys, so with this I close my cash book with double column where you have seen cash and bank entries done, and this is on next class I'm going to take petty cash book. I have explained you what is it, but in detail again I will tell you. So please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then, be happy, stay safe and work hard. Bye bye, see you. And